Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is a bit of a new format for me. I decided to film myself using my everyday carry EDC planners throughout the week, so it was a bit of functional planning instead of just pretty stuff. So today's Monday. I'm off today as I have therapy in a bit, and I've learned the hard way that I do better if therapy days and work days as well. So first things first, I'm gonna update my time tracker. I use this mainly to track my sleep patterns, which you can see are kind of out of whack. I used to track the minute things, but that kind of drove me crazy, so I just switched to logging sleep and appointment things instead. So once that's out of the way, I'm going to set up my day. This is all in my Hobonichi day free, which if you have seen my previous videos, you would know. So I find that having the freedom to have as many or as little written on any given day is really helpful for me to actually use my planner. It's not particularly pretty, but it's functional, and that's the most important part for me. So firstly, I'm gonna put down any time sensitive things. So I'm just gonna check real quick in my Hobonichi weeks, which is where I keep most of my appointments and whatnot, because it lets me plan in advance. So my husband ordered beef, which is coming after 11 o'clock, and I have therapy from 10 to 11, so that's in a little while. And then besides that, I have my to-dos. So I need to do laundry. I'm going to break that into smaller tasks so it feels like I'm getting things done. And I also think I have time to do some yoga today for therapy, so I'm going to prioritize getting that in because I'm trying to make that a habit. And then I'm going to take my medication, and I'd like to get in some journal time as well. I'm also watching a video series, I can't words, on lettering these couple of days, so I want to catch up on that. And of course I need to film this video, which I'm doing right now. So after all that, I also need to meal prep, so I'm gonna make potato salad and make dinner, so hopefully I can watch my video series and cook at the same time. So that is about it for today, I think. Oh, and I desperately need to get caught up on my 5-year journal. So that's Monday so far. It's pretty mundane, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, it is now 4:27 p.m, so that's pretty much a lot of my day that's gone by. I'm gonna start first by updating my Hobonichi weeks with my food logs. So I sometimes pencil things in terms of like meal planning and stuff, so I do go back and remove that once it's confirmed or not confirmed, or I didn't do it, and then I'll just write whatever is in pen. And as you can see here, my day free, I've been checking off some things like off throughout the day. I ended up making potato salad, which was great, but I did it without watching any videos because somehow it was more involved than I remember it being, so I'm going to have to do that later. So I am going to do that. Well, I'm going to add a task to my list. I'm going to be unpicking this dress that I made a while back and I wasn't very happy with the construction with, so I'm going to unpick that dress while watching those videos. I find it easier to focus if my hands are occupied, and just for fun, I'm going to put a little cooking emoji in here as well. So just quickly, I'm going to do a bit of planning for tomorrow as well, since given the time and my list for today, I don't think it's going to increase by much. I'm going to start with the standard morning things, which is to take my medicine, to do morning yoga again, hopefully, and do some journaling. I also have work tomorrow, so that will take up most of my day. I do have a list of general priorities which live in my weeks, but I'm not sure which of them are going to be prioritized tomorrow exactly, so I'm not going to put that in just yet. Good morning. It is currently 7:35 on Tuesday morning, and I've just got a quick few minutes to update my journal before I head into work. So I got most of my stuff done yesterday except the journaling, which I'm going to strike through because it's not possible to go back and do that sort of journal like retroactively. Unfortunately, I woke up way too late today to do any yoga, so that's a bust as well. Based on my work priorities list, I think I'm going to work on these 2 items when I get into the office. I'm very excited for these experiments, honestly. I can't talk about them much without going too much detail, but pretty excited about doing them, so that's always a good thing when it's the first day back at work for the week. After work, I'm going to have to do a bit of a grocery run so I can cook dinner. Nothing major, I just need fish, eggs and tofu. I'm just also going to update my meal log real quick here. I made apple pork stir fry last night and I think I finally nailed the recipe. It's my grandma's recipe, but she belongs to that era of Asian grandmothers that cook by agaration. And if you don't know what agaration means, it kind of means that you cook by feel and there's no actual recipe to follow. Like you might know like roughly which ingredients to go in that, but like the proportion kind of varies from day to day, so it can be really frustrating when you're trying to replicate something. But yeah, I think I've mostly got it down, so that's a pretty great feeling actually. And right, so that's about all of it for me today. For now, off to work with me and I will catch up back later. Hello again, it's now 9:37 p.m. I'm super excited because I came home to the Coffee Monsters co-order. I ordered these I think at the end of last month and I got a bunch of emojis, but most importantly I ordered stickers for the second half of the year, the week's kits I'm going to keep and set up month to month, but I also got the week's money hitters to use in my day free, which I am just going to stick right in right now. So my hands are a little dry from touching too much IPA today. That's isopropyl alcohol. So I'm gonna be using my tweezers, otherwise it's just gonna be sticking to me terribly. So these don't fit the day free perfectly. If you have watched my previous videos, I think I may have mentioned it. There's like about maybe half a square grid on either side, but honestly I think it's fine, it works fine and it looks pretty good. So I have touched so much IPA today that my peelable manicure basically yeeted itself off, hence my new bare nails. In case you're wondering where my nails went, I really need to go and put on some hand cream after I'm done filming this video, assuming my ADHD brain remembers to do it. So yeah, anyway, that is the monthlies done. They are really cute. I don't really use my monthlies and my A6 that much these days, which is a conversation for another time, but it's nice to have these, like, nice to have that consistency there where everything's cute and all that. Alright, so back to regular planning. I was in a bit of a rush this morning, so I kind of forgot to update my sleep log, so I'm going to do that really quickly and at the same time log my work hours as well. I really love how versatile a pencil board is, can I just say. I know it's kind of like a no link kind of situation, but I really like how I can use it like as a guideline, a ruler, a bookmark and all that. So I got most of everything that I needed to do done today, but I didn't actually go on a grocery run, so I got a bit caught up at work and ended up just having a really simple dinner. So I'm going to now set up tomorrow once again. Same thing really. Take medicine, journal. I'm going to skip morning yoga not because I'm planning to oversleep, though that might actually happen, but because I'm going for class tomorrow night, so I don't want to get too much into it. So I'm going straight to the work to-do list. I get to produce some new stuff tomorrow, and I am super excited about that. Then after work, I'm going straight to yoga class, and after that, I'm going for supper. After that, I'm going for supper with my friend, who I haven't caught up with in forever. We're going for okonomiyaki, which is very exciting. My husband found this okonomiyaki place a while back, and I'll say if the okonomiyaki in Osaka was like 100%, this is probably about 65 to 70%, which is pretty darn good, honestly. Like, put it this way, I can't find a 65 to 70% oyakodon of that standard in Singapore. Like, I have tried so many and they're all like 20%. They just fail. They're just awful. I have not found a single like just sort of meet standards kind of oyakodon in Singapore. It's terrible. Anyway, yes, my inner Singaporean foodie brain is showing. But anyway, on food, I had potato salad today for lunch, and then a really easy bowl of Mama instant tom yum noodles with crab sticks for dinner. Yep, it's not exactly healthy, but it fills my stomach, and honestly, I didn't have the brain juice to cook anything further. So now I sit. Now I know I said I'll save the week's kids for the respective months, but I can't resist. July is next week anyway, and I'll be in Bali during the start of July, so I don't know, maybe I won't get a chance to set it up on time and all that kind of thing. I kind of want it set up before I leave, so I'm just gonna set it up now. And this is why you don't see me do setup videos often. I usually end up doing it like way in advance because I can't resist. So anyway, I am gonna use my tweezers right now because my fingers are so dry. And I'm not sure how I feel about this theme because it's not really, I don't know, I don't really get barbecue that often, but it is still really stinking cute. So I am just gonna put them all down, cover up the weekends and public holidays, same as before. If you've seen how I set up my, what was that? I think I did like a video for April monthly setup. I haven't really changed it that much, honestly. And yeah, so I usually just, so far, like in the last, I think it was like it's not 6 months because this is a spring week. So the last 3 months, I have mainly just did put in a few things and then day covers, and then after day covers on the weekends and public holidays, because Japanese public holidays don't exactly align with Singapore public holidays. And then I usually end up adding a few more date covers as the month goes by. Oh my god, my English. But I don't want to commit to that much right now just yet. Ironically, bikini day is like the day after I come back from Bali, which I kind of find hilarious. So I'm just gonna put that in for fun, and I think that that's about it for July. So didn't mean to do a mini setup thing in here, but ended up doing it. Oops. Right, so I think it's late enough that I'm gonna call it quits at this hour and like get some sleep. And I will continue this series, I guess, tomorrow. Hello, good morning. It is currently 8:55 a.m. and as you can tell from the table, I am not in my usual place. So I'm filming this in the office as I woke up really late today. So I apologize if the camera wobbles a bit too much. I am literally filming one hand while writing with the other because I don't have a phone stand for in the office. I mean, I ordered a collapsible one, but it's taking its own sweet time to arrive. So I'm just going to real quick tick off what I got started, or I'm going to get started on doing once I stop filming, and then check off my tracker in the weeks. I am also gonna update my health notes. I'm supposed to take note of like what kind of taste there's in the back of my throat in the morning, and honestly I don't have more words between dead, dry and bitter. Does anyone actually wake up with their morning breath like, you know, tasting pleasant? I honestly don't know, like I mean, but well, the TCM doctor asked me to take note of it, I will take note of it. Anyhow, I'll update my sleep tracker when I'm back home tonight, since I did not think to bring my markers out, but I kind of feel like putting an emoji in here to mark my delivery yesterday and my week, so I'm going to do that really quickly, and then I'm going to letter with my Tombu Fudensuke hat tip as always. The Coffee Monsters Co. is also running a washi pre-order through this weekend. I think my time, I think it is Saturday morning 3 a.m. if I am not wrong. So I really need to decide what I want to order, if I even want to order. So I'm going to put it in there so I don't forget. This is why I really love the week. So it lets me schedule things into the future so I don't forget. Alright, so that's about it from me for now. It's off to work with me, and hopefully I get to come back to this maybe tonight, if not probably tomorrow morning. Good morning again. It is almost 10 a.m. on Thursday morning, and I just managed to crawl off bed. Yoga class yesterday was exhausting and I'm aching all over right now. I pretty much crashed after getting home and showering, so thankfully I have today off, though I do have quite a number of appointments, so it's still a busy day, but at least I didn't have to wake up really early for work. So I got most of the things I needed to do yesterday, but I was a bit too tired to come back to my journal and update it. My friend and I also ended up not going to the okonomiyaki place because she had a whole mountain of work like piled on her at the last minute, so we ended up just going to McDonald's to have supper instead. But it was still very good to catch up. So anyway, on today's list though, I am meeting a friend for lunch at IKEA in slightly over an hour, and then I have an appointment with my hairstylist after that. My hair right now is basically either at my waist or past my waist, and it's really thick and very heavy, and it's been extremely hot here recently, so this mop needs to go. I haven't quite decided how short to cut it, but it's definitely getting cut in later. So anyway, on to things that need doing. The usual. First, I'll need to take my medicine, I need to journal. I'm skipping the morning yoga today. I'm way too sore from class yesterday, as it is, like, it was hard enough to get up. Besides that, there are dishes in the sink that need washing. I want to do my nails because this bare nail situation is kind of sad. And then after my appointments, I need to drop by the tailor to collect my tailoring. I bought a pair of denim shorts and got them taken in to fit my butt, fit my waist properly, because Asian brands believe that women do not have butts. Anyway, and then I also need to do a grocery run because the grocery store near my hairstylist has really nice pork, and I want to pick that up while I'm in the area. And yeah, and I do need to clear the clean laundry, and then if I have time, once all that is done, hopefully I will have the time to work on a test piece for my bodice of the dress that I was working on. So basically, there's this dress that the dress that I was unpacking earlier this week while watching the videos. I made it over a year ago, but I wasn't quite satisfied with the fit, so I took it apart and tried a second wheel of construction, which turned out so badly that I basically let it sit there for a couple of months, and I just unpicked that. So now I'm gonna try it again, but this time, because I'm running a bit low on the fabric and I don't really want to waste any more such fabric, because it is a nice if wacky print. I'm going to just use some leftover fabric that isn't as expensive or as precious to do a test piece, and then if it works out well, I can always turn the test piece into a top or something, right? If not, well, I guess I could use for lining or stuffing or something or other. Anyway, so that is something I hopefully have time for. I mean, it's on my priorities list this week, but it's probably the lowest thing on the list, so we'll see how things pan out. Anyway, since it's about midweek now, I'm also going to set up next week and my weeks. I know that there are a lot of people who do their setups at the end of the week, like Saturday or Sunday, but for me, I tend to do it like on Wednesday or Thursday, because that's when I start thinking about the coming week, and I like having the space ready to be filled up instead of leaving it for the weekend, because sometimes by Friday I have things that I want to put down for next week, and then I'm like, where do I put it? And then I write it in pencil and I start to erase it, and it's just an extra step. So yeah, I generally prefer to set things up like about at least half a week in advance, which is why, also partly why I did my July setup I did my July setup on Tuesday instead of like waiting till the weekend or something. Part of it was the excitement. I could have waited till the weekend, honestly, but the other part of it was that I was always going to set it up early. I honestly do not know how people can set it up that last minute, because my brain just goes no. But anyway, to each their own, honestly. So for this, I'm just going to set it up, as in for next week I'm only going to set it up till Wednesday, because I'm leaving for Bali on Thursday. It's my first trip overseas since the pandemic, and I'm pretty excited and also nervous, and there's a lot of it's scary. I haven't flown since we went to Japan in 2019 for our honeymoon, so it's been a while. Anyway, since there's a lot of pink going on here, I think I am going to use a pink nail polish emoji to mark work. Fresh sticks. I hate smudges. Alright, it's okay, this can be fixed. I am just gonna use a sand eraser to get the small bits here like a bit lighter, and then the lettering will probably need some redoing. So washi is a bit transparent, so instead of washi I am gonna use one of these tabs instead. So these are basically page tabs, I guess. I don't know what you call these, but they're like, to mark like flags, like that this page needs attention or something. But I think that this pattern works for what's going on here, so I'm just going to trim it down and stick it on. I know this is not what they're meant for, but honestly there's more pink than I would normally go for, but I'm just steering this skid here like. It's not my best lettering, but honestly I'm a bit frazzled that this smudge is happening like right now. Like of all times, like why can't you just smudge like when I'm not filming? Screams. Anyway, so back to this week. I need to update my food tracker for yesterday. I had hot chocolate, as I always do in the office these days, because I can't have tea. This is actually annoying, but I can't have tea, so yes, I had hot chocolate. And then I had more potato salad for lunch. My colleague also got me some prata when she went out, which is what I had for a very early dinner before I had McDonald's for supper with my friend, also my ex-colleague. Alright, so that's about it. I am off to start my day, and maybe I'll come back tonight. If not, well, I will be back with my plan tomorrow morning. Morning yet again. It's Friday, and as you can see, I am once again filming this in the office. Yep, I overslept again, or at least slept. I didn't oversleep for work, but I woke up late enough that I couldn't film at home. So once again, I apologize if there's any shaky cam or weird angles, or my hand is moving and whatnot. Today is basically I am just trying, but I'm doing this one-handed, so it's a bit wonky. Yeah, so today is not a very exciting work day, and of course I need to take my meds. I also want to finish my nails at some point. I did my left hand yesterday with this glitter polish and topped it off with a purple chrome, and it's giving me Speak Now vibes. But I do need to do my right hand to match, and that always takes longer. So I'm super exhausted today, so I'm gonna put down one of these no emoji. No energy. Oh my goodness, my words are failing me. One of these no energy emojis, because that's really how I feel. Like that's how I feel right now. Also, I'm aching all over from yoga still, so I cancelled my yoga class booking for today. So I'm just gonna use this cream correction tape to cover it up. I really like this tape because it matches perfectly and doesn't show up unless I have like a pencil board behind the sheet. But honestly, let's be real. Who reads things like, with a pencil board behind it, right? Hello again. It is now 11:24 p.m. at night. I know it's so late. Work got really busy, and then I got distracted and finished my nails, so it's now extremely late, and I'm just gonna come in here and update my journal a bit. So rather my planner. So I didn't get to finish pretty much all of the stuff that I planned. Took my meds, right? The work stuff was completed. There's a bit of a work crisis, but well, nothing that can't be managed like next week. And then I did also finish my nails, which are super cute now. Love them. And yeah, so that's about it for today. Oh, I also went to a really nice Thai place for lunch, and that was a nice break from the usual ban mian and whatnot. So for this weekend, yes, my weekend is pretty open this week. We have absolutely no plans whatsoever, which is great. But I do want to do a bit of shopping, so that actually requires going out and a bit of structure. So for shopping, I do like making lists so that I buy exactly what I intend and not splurge that much. So yeah, honestly for tomorrow though, the to-do list is quite ambitious. I suspect a large part of it will end up being carried over onto Sunday, but that's alright. I'm just gonna put down what needs to be done and then go from there, because it's just a bit hard to divide things up into like Saturday and Sunday right now without any, well, because there's nothing to structure around. So I'm gonna put down the usual tree, or what I think of the usual tree these days, journaling, morning yoga, and then taking the medicine, and then of course there's weekend laundry. I also need to put together this video, and I want to use my new YouTube emojis because, well, I basically bought it for precisely this purpose. Besides that, I also want to go shopping, as I mentioned earlier, and do some planning for my upcoming Bali trip. I haven't made a packing list in so long, I am rather baffled as to what to pack without packing my whole room. So, one last thing, I also want to do a wardrobe audit this weekend, so I'm going to put it down. So, just in case you're curious, wardrobe audit is something that I do every 3 months or so. I try and do it every 3 months anyway. I basically go through all my shoes, my bags, and all the clothes that I wear out. I don't count things like active wear or pajamas, stuff that I wear to laze around the house basically. But stuff that I actually wear to work or to hang out with friends when I go out and whatnot. And then I just see what I've been wearing and what I have been not wearing and kind of decide if I still want to keep them or not. That's the short version, but I can definitely get into it a bit more next time. I actually have a whole spread of this dedicated to this process, so I guess let me know if you want to see more, I guess. Good evening again. It is now 11:40 p.m. at night. Honestly, yes, I know it's really late. It's later than yesterday, but honestly, I didn't intend to have another clip in this video. I thought that I would end it with yesterday's clip because I was planning to cut and edit and all that. But well, essentially, I was extremely fatigued today, so I slept until almost noon, and then I ended up crashing for 4 hours in the afternoon on the couch. So it's kind of a miracle actually that I managed to sleep so much, because our flat is off like the lift lobby. It's like really near the lift lobby where they are replacing one of the lifts in our building, and somehow, just through some miracle or other, I actually horrendously managed to sleep through an entire afternoon of construction work that apparently was really loud. So anyway, I figured since I didn't actually manage to edit this, I could just film another clip and just add it on so that we have Monday to Saturday instead of just Monday to Friday. Yep. So today's list of accomplishments is not much. I didn't get to do much at all because firstly I overslept, so I did not do my morning yoga at all. I still took my medication though, so that's great. The laundry did get done, though my husband did most of it. Oops. And what else did I manage to accomplish today? I did finish updating my 5-year journal at last, though that was relatively painless. And we also managed to get out, and so that I could get my shopping done. Yep. So those are the highlights of today, I guess. Most of the other stuff, honestly, I am just going to migrate over to tomorrow's list. I suppose that is to be expected. I kind of knew today's list was ambitious anyway, but it's definitely more than what I was expecting to migrate to tomorrow's list. I guess it's just a matter of seeing how much I can accomplish. Oh well. Right, so for tomorrow, I am going to, there are quite a number of things on my list. I still have all my Bali planning stuff. I do have the wardrobe audit to do, which I definitely want to get done. And then there's also this video, which is going to take quite some time. So those are the to-dos for tomorrow. And on the upside though, I was really lucky. I contacted the seller of one of the sewing patterns that I used previously, and she gave me some tips for shortening the borders of a dress pattern that I bought from her. So it's not the same dress as the one that I was working on, that I was talking about, like I think it was like yesterday or the day before, but it's another dress. But anyway,
That's by the way.
it's a wrap dress, and I'm not very well endowed, so when I made the pattern as is, there's some gaping going on in the bodice area, so I do need to make some alterations, and she very kindly shared with me how to make those changes. I can't wait to try it out once I have time, but obviously I am not going to have the time anytime soon because well, essentially I'm going to be spending tomorrow doing some editing and whatnot, and then I have work and stuff on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm leaving on holiday, so there's really not much time to do anything at all. So hopefully after I come back I'll have time to try out this alteration, but I'm just going to put down my measurements in here for future reference. So I'm going to wrap this video up here now so I can actually have this up this weekend. It isn't quite a full week since I am short of Sunday, but hopefully this gives you some ideas on how I guess to plan functionally as well as prettily. Like, is this made my spreads I feel are not very aesthetic generally, but hopefully this was of some interest, I hope. Well, we can always live in hope. Right, so if you're curious to see my full spreads, I will probably be doing a mid-year flip through in July, like from January all the way into the end of June for my for planners that I've been using since January, and in the case of the weeks, probably just I think it's March all the way to June. Yeah, so it's about 4 months of that. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned for that, and until next time, bye.